What if your daily shower is secretly speeding up aging? Most people over 60 think hot showers are soothing, but they could be stripping your skin, disrupting your hormones, and even triggering joint pain. New studies reveal a hidden link between this one habit and faster aging. Stay with me, because tip number 2 could change how you shower forever. What happens in the shower does not stay in the shower. The temperature of the water, the timing of your bath, the products you let touch your skin, each one carries a hidden weight. These details may seem small, but they whisper to the body in ways that build up over years. What feels soothing in the moment can quietly accelerate the very processes of aging we wish to delay. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, who lived more than a century, once said, "Daily routines can heal or harm. It depends not on their complexity, but on their consciousness." A shower is not just about removing dirt. It is a ritual that signals to your body how to prepare for rest, how to cool, how to recover. But if done without awareness, it can become an invisible thief, stealing oils from the skin, confusing the rhythm of sleep or straining circulation. Modern medicine is beginning to echo what ancestral wisdom has long known. Dr. Mark Hyman reminds us that inflammation is not only created by the food we eat, but also by what touches the skin. The body reads each contact, hot water, soap, fragrance, as either calming or provoking. The shower, so simple and ordinary, can either help the body heal through the night or burden it with silent stress. This conversation is not about fear, but about awakening. For decades, you may have followed the same routine without question, but tonight or tomorrow morning, you can look at your shower differently. Instead of letting it drain your strength, you can make it part of your healing. In this episode, we will uncover the one habit in the shower that silently accelerates aging overnight, and we will see how, with small and conscious shifts, this daily ritual can be transformed into one of your greatest allies for longevity. Because what touches your skin touches your aging process, and what you choose in the shower can either steal your strength or return it. There is comfort in standing beneath hot water at the end of a long day. The steam rises, the body relaxes, and for a few moments it feels as though every ache is being washed away. Yet beneath that comfort lies a quiet trade-off that the body, especially after 60, pays more dearly than before. Long, hot showers strip the skin of its natural oils, leaving it dry, itchy, and fragile. What once protected you from irritation and infection begins to thin, and each night the barrier that guards your body weakens a little more. But the story does not end with the skin. The heat of the water does more than cleanse. It speaks directly to your inner clock, the circadian rhythm that governs when your body rests and repairs. Extreme temperatures confuse this rhythm. Instead of signaling recovery, they disrupt it, making muscle repair less efficient during the hours when the body should be renewing itself. What should be the quiet work of healing is interrupted, and in the morning, the body feels slower to respond. The effect reaches even deeper, into the circulation that carries life to every corner of your body. Hot water loosens vessels at first, bringing that flush of warmth that feels so soothing. Yet soon after, the vessels constrict in a rebound effect. This means that what seemed relaxing may lead to colder feet, tighter calves, or even nighttime cramps. It is a paradox the body knows well: comfort in one moment, discomfort in the next. There was once a retired teacher who spent years scratching through restless nights. His legs ached, his calves cramped, and he thought it was all just age catching up to him. But when he shortened his showers and let the water run just lukewarm, the itching eased, the cramps lessened. It was not a cure, but it was a quiet relief. Small changes, almost invisible, gave him back nights of calmer sleep. Hot water may comfort your day, but it can rob strength from your night. The body asks for balance, not extremes. And sometimes the difference between waking in pain or waking with lightness lies in something as ordinary as the water that runs over your skin. But water is not the only thing the body must reckon with. What we add to it, the soaps, the gels, the scents, carries its own story, often unseen, and that story is where we go next. When you reach for a bottle of shower gel or shampoo, it feels like nothing more than a pleasant routine. A fragrance you enjoy, a lather that cleanses, a freshness that seems to restore. Yet within these products hides an invisible invader. Synthetic fragrances, preservatives, and foaming agents that most people never think about can quietly irritate the skin, stirring low-grade inflammation that lingers long after the water has stopped flowing. For a body already carrying the weight of years, these small irritations accumulate. Skin after 60 is not the same as skin at 30. It is thinner, more delicate, less resilient. What once served as a strong barrier now absorbs more of what touches it. That means every ingredient in soaps and shampoos finds easier passage into the body. What might have been harmless in youth becomes amplified with time, and irritation on the surface often speaks to a deeper unease beneath. There is another layer to this unseen burden. Certain chemicals, names tucked into fine print like parabens and phthalates, are not only irritants but disruptors. They interfere with hormonal balance, and hormones are not merely about mood or energy. They also guard the strength of muscles and the vitality of tissues. A steady exposure to these compounds may slowly weaken the very systems that protect mobility and resilience. In one quiet story, a 70-year-old man decided to replace his fragrant body wash with a simple coconut oil bar. Within 10 days, he noticed his skin no longer itched through the night. The dryness eased, the need to scratch disappeared, and what seemed like a trivial change left a visible mark on his well-being. The water had washed him clean, but this time it had not left behind an invisible trace. The truth is captured in a simple phrase: the water cleans you, but the wrong product leaves a mark. The body listens not only to what we eat or breathe, but also to what we let seep into the pores each day. And as the years advance, listening to this silent conversation becomes all the more vital. Yet there is another piece of the story. Beyond what touches the skin and what dissolves in the water, there is the question of when. Because the timing of a shower holds power over the rhythms of sleep, recovery, and strength. And that is where we turn now. There is a rhythm within the body that has no clock on the wall, but keeps its own time. It is the circadian rhythm, the silent guide that tells your cells when to repair, when to rest, and when to awaken. A shower may seem too ordinary to disturb such a delicate rhythm, yet the timing of water against your skin can either support it or send it astray. A hot shower taken late at night may feel like a gift of comfort. Steam clouds the room, the body loosens, and the mind believes it is preparing for sleep. But the truth is more subtle. The heat raises core temperature, and when the body is warm, melatonin, the hormone that signals rest, struggles to rise. Instead of drifting gently into sleep, you lie awake longer, or your slumber comes broken, interrupted by stirring and restless turning. When a warm shower is taken earlier, about 90 minutes before bed, the effect is different. The heat dilates the vessels, and then, as the body cools, it signals readiness for sleep. This gentle drop in temperature helps the muscles recover more fully and invites a smoother passage into rest. It is not the water alone, but its timing that creates harmony with the body's natural design. For those in later years, this matters even more. The older body cools more slowly. The heat that lingers after a late shower can lead to night sweats, delayed sleep cycles, and a heaviness upon waking. What seems like harmless routine may, in truth, be stealing the chance for the body to regenerate in the dark hours. There was a couple in their late 60s who discovered this quietly. For years they bathed just before bed, waking stiff and tired. When they shifted their shower to early evening, the change surprised them. Their sleep grew deeper, and the morning stiffness loosened. It was not magic, but a simple alignment with what the body had been asking for all along. Traditional cultures understood this well. In Japanese households, the evening soak is followed not by immediate sleep, but by tea, quiet conversation, and cooling time. The body is given space to settle, to move from warmth into rest. It is a wisdom passed down not through laboratories, but through lived experience. And so the question is not only about the water itself, nor the products that ride upon it, but also about the hour at which you step beneath it. The shower can either walk in step with your body's rhythm or lead it astray. And when it walks with you, it becomes more than cleansing. It becomes preparation for renewal. Yet the story does not end with avoiding harm. The shower can become more than routine, more than hygiene. It can be shaped into a ritual that nourishes, restores, and supports longevity. That is where we turn next. Not every shower has to be just about rinsing away the dust of the day. With a few gentle adjustments, the same daily act can become a quiet ritual that supports healing, restoration, and even joy. For some, this transformation begins not with water itself, but with what follows it. The skin, once washed, is like soil waiting for nourishment. A light touch of natural oils or magnesium oil after a shower helps calm hidden inflammation, soften dryness, and strengthen the skin's barrier. What could have been a moment of depletion becomes instead a gesture of renewal. There are also ways to prepare the body before water even touches it. A few minutes of gentle dry brushing can awaken the surface of the skin and stir circulation. It is not about scrubbing, but about reminding the vessels to open, reminding the muscles that recovery is possible. When the shower follows, it feels not like routine, but like the continuation of a healing rhythm. The space itself can speak to the body as much as the water does. Dim lighting, a calmer setting, and scents that soothe rather than overwhelm all tell the nervous system the same thing. It is time to release, not to brace. In such an environment, the shower becomes a pause in the day, a place where the mind unwinds and the body receives permission to slow down. Across the blue zones where long life is common, small rituals often carry great meaning. After a warm shower or soak, some finish with a splash of cool water on the legs. This simple act stimulates blood flow, reduces fatigue, and gives the muscles a gentle reminder of strength. It is not harsh, not punishing, but refreshing, like the feel of morning dew on bare skin. One woman described her discovery this way. She had spent years using harsh soaps and leaving the shower with skin that felt tight and joints that throbbed. When she replaced those products with natural oils, something shifted. It felt, she said, as though my skin and joints were finally listening to me. That listening, between body and habit, is the essence of a longevity practice. The shower, then, need not be a thoughtless task. It can become a space of care, a time of nourishment, a ritual that quietly builds strength for the years ahead. And when we see it in this light, we understand the deeper truth. What touches your skin, touches your aging process. That truth leads us toward our closing reflection. There are mornings when you rise from the bed with the weight of the night still on your body. The skin feels parched, the joints stiff, and the spirit slower than it once was. Many accept these sensations as the natural course of age, yet sometimes they are not age itself, but the quiet consequence of unnoticed habits. Among them, the simple act of showering holds more influence than most imagine. The water that runs over your skin each evening is not just cleansing the body. It is sending signals that shape how you rest, how you heal, and how you age. The truth is that the skin, the body's first defender, is not only a surface to be washed. It is alive, porous, responsive. Each drop of water, each product, each change in temperature speaks to it. What seems harmless can set off reactions that echo into the night. Dryness that cracks, itchiness that keeps you restless, and even deeper effects, like inflammation that unsettles muscles and circulation, all may begin with what touches the skin. And because the skin grows thinner and more sensitive as the years advance, the body listens more carefully to these signals than before. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, who lived with energy into his hundreds, observed that the difference between harm and healing often lies not in complexity, but in awareness. A shower without thought can rob the body of oils, disrupt its cooling rhythm, and even interfere with rest. A shower with care, however, can become a ritual of nourishment and strength. His reminder is simple yet weighty. Habits done without attention steal more than they give, and when the body is already carrying the years, it has less to spare. Modern science, too, affirms what traditional wisdom has long whispered. Inflammation, the silent force behind many signs of aging, is not only born from the food we eat or the air we breathe. It can also rise from what touches the skin. Dr. Mark Hyman has spoken of this link. The creams, soaps, and waters we use each day have the power to either soothe or irritate, to either calm the immune system or provoke it. The shower, then, is not neutral. It is either an ally or an adversary, depending on how it is lived. Yet the message here is not one of alarm or fear. It is one of possibility. For most people, the shower is already a part of life, woven into the rhythm of evening or morning. It does not ask for extra time, new skills, or costly effort. What it asks for is attention. Attention to water that need not be scalding. Attention to products that should leave no sting or trace. Attention to timing that allows the body to cool naturally into rest. By shifting these details, what was once routine becomes a moment of renewal. Consider how different it feels when the body is respected in this way. Instead of waking to dry, itchy skin, you wake to comfort. Instead of legs that cramp in the night, they rest more quietly. Instead of tossing through broken sleep, you find deeper stillness. These are not miracles, nor promises of youth regained, but gentle returns of balance. They are the body's way of saying thank you for being heard. This is why the shower can never be seen as just a practical task. It is intimate, close, and repeated almost every day. Each time, it carries the potential to strip, or to restore, to unsettle, or to prepare. In cultures that value longevity, bathing has always been treated as ritual rather than routine. The Japanese, for example, do not end the day with a hurried wash before bed. They soak, they allow the body to cool, they make space for the water to do more than clean. They understand that water is a bridge between the activity of the day and the rest of the night. For those who live with the grief of lost energy or the quiet fear of decline, this truth offers not despair, but reassurance. You are not powerless. You do not need to overturn your life or chase difficult routines. You already have within reach a moment that repeats itself daily. To touch that moment with care is to touch your health directly. And so, the shower stands before you as more than water, more than soap, more than steam. It is a reflection of how you treat the body that has carried you through decades. The choice is not dramatic, not overwhelming. It is simply this: to enter that space with attention, to leave it not drained but replenished. The shower can be a thief or a healer. It can rob strength from your night, or it can prepare you to greet the morning with clarity. This is not about grand transformations, but about a single act lived with greater care. Tonight, when water touches your skin, let it not be just the closing of a day. Let it be the beginning of tomorrow's strength. For in the end, what touches your skin touches your aging process. And when the smallest acts are done with care, they become the quiet architects of resilience, independence, and hope. Have you noticed how your body feels different after different kinds of showers? That reflection matters, for your experience may hold the key not only to your own comfort, but also to someone else who longs for the same relief. And perhaps in sharing it, you will remind them and yourself that the body still listens, still responds, and still carries within it the power to heal.